Good day, Nacho. Good to see you here again. Welcome back to the stream. Doing a little mowing tonight. And what other random contract we can come up with. In my brand new used to me mower. Yep, trying to save up as much money as I can for when a harvester shows up in the market. That harvester has eluded me so far. I've only done 3 laps around the field and I'm at 60% done. It's kind of scary actually. And the nice thing with this mower, I don't know if you've seen what I've done, is it will mow in the backwards direction. And it still puts it in a nice swath for you. I mean, I've taken a look at some of the mowers, and they have like a separation bar that the blades are connected in. You know, the chain work and all that stuff. And that's what causes them to not cut backwards, because it extends behind the spinning blade. This one apparently defies that rule set. Yeah, I'll show you here. If you go to the mowers, we'll just take this guy. If you take a look at where the blades are, the cutting surface is on the front and it's covered up in the back. So that's why they don't cut going backwards. The setup that I bought is this one here. Even though you can't see it on from this view, can't really tell there, but its mate is right here. And it looks like it's supposed to be cutting from the front as well, but my guess is that the mod author decided that it can cut in reverse. I have not tried it with that. I do not have that mower on any of my games, so. But yeah, I mean, It's really nice being able to do this, you know. It doesn't, yeah, it does leave it in the windrow as well. So it's kind of the freaky thing for it. So in real world, I am guessing that this one's not supposed to cut in reverse, but it does. And speaking of real world, I want to go back into my YouTube channel, and I want to see if it's refreshed. And there it is. I just want to get supposed to cut in reverse. Get the link for this, but it does. Copy that. Speaking of real. Let's go into the Discords. Share it in my normal places. Alrighty. And then open up the Streamlabs. That way I can see the chat. And back to it. I'm surprised Cajun isn't streaming right now. I thought he would be. And this map, if you haven't figured it out, it is Pallegney. And this is my used market only playthrough. All equipment is from the used market. He was on last night streaming. He jumped into my stream and chatted for a little bit. I mean, he could be doing something with his wife as well. I mean, like I always say, family comes first. You've got to maintain your family, if you do have one. The game can always wait. Because if he was on, I was going to be on my main map just playing around on it. But since he's not, I'm on my secondary play. Did I see the picture? Yeah, I think I saw the picture. I'll jump into the Discord and take a look again. finish up these two little strips here. Okay. Oh, dag blasted. Come on. Fine, we'll take this row. Crofter! How's it going? Peanut, hangout. Oh, I didn't look at these ones too close. Welcome to the stream, Crofter. I don't recognize that farm, Nacho. What map is it on? Pallegney. Okay. Very cool. I can't even remember if I've seen a map tour of that one yet. Daza! What's up, buddy? Will the real Shane please stand up? Repeat. For those that have just jumped in, this is the used market only playthrough. And as you can see, I have a new mower. I was finally able to pick one up in the market yesterday. Thank God for all the mods I've downloaded. Good grief. Up my chances of trying to get a mower. Now if I can just get a bloody harvester. And then this map I would consider a roaring success. I have pretty much every piece of equipment I need for doing all of the jobs. Now I don't want that line. I'll take this one, I guess. I want to be like Nacho Man. And we're down to the little back up, drive forward 10 feet, back up, drive forward 10 feet. not my field, not my problem anymore. The GPS likes it. It's my driving that's horrible. I gotta go across the river and through the woods to grandmother's house. Yeah, this tractor's turning radius is something to be desired. I should have used the JCB, but that would have made it a lot faster turning. Because that one's got the four-wheel steering. But I wanted to drive the Fent today. Okay. Wait for tool to unfold. Yeah, the JCB with this front mower 3-point attachment, and even if it had the back mower 3-point attach, would have been super tight turning. And tried to lock onto a line, and it took me to nowhere. Good grief. Yeah, this is a modded mower, and it likes to mow in reverse as well as forward. Yeah, the mower it would have given me for this would have been the MacDon, and that's a nice mower, but the turning is something to be desired. Yeah, GPS is messing up because it took me right through the pylon for the bridge. I've noticed that too. The GPS has been acting weird. So it could have been the GPS and not my driving. I don't know how many other maps have bridges like this that you can mow under, but there's a very interesting thing when I go under the bridge. I'll show you guys again. I just find it funny on how it responds. So as you get to the bridge, the windrow will stop and it'll start back up on the other side. on, guys. I got to get my headphones reconnected. They decided to turn off on me. Maybe I should charge them more than once a month. There we go. Headphones are back. Good old USB standby. What is a VCA there, Crofter? Yeah, a lot of things seem to be getting buggy, like if a train comes by, it shudders as it goes. Oh, vehicle control add-on. Yeah. I do not have that. Whoever's field this is going to have to really do some windrowing. Just as well have a mower that doesn't put everything down in a swath. Like I said, not my field, not my problem. I was just hired to cut down the grass, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, for gosh sakes. Okay. So it's not officially released on in the mod hub then. if they make me come back and tether this or windrow it, I'm going to be possibly a little upset. Suppose we'll start over here. Okay. Yeah, that's where I believe I got my universal autoloader. Definitely want to scan the file that you download for viruses. Even when they do tell you that there's an update out for it, download and scan for viruses. And for those people that do not run any sort of virus protection on your PCs, Windows does have their own. It's called Windows Defender. It is automatically installed on your PC, so you just have to do a search for it. And it works pretty good. No need for Norton's or McAfee, however you want to pronounce it, or Kaspersky, any of those. I don't know if it would be the best virus protection out there, but I would say that it works out quite well. Let's go ahead and hit the end because those lines are horrible. Bob Lee, good to see you. Just doing a little bit of mowing tonight on Pallegney. Turn, you dag blasted thing. Yes, that is the train bridge. Let's see if the train is driving up there. Nope. And while I'm here, we'll take out this pillar. This would have been the perfect job for the JCB's tight turning radius. Didn't think of that when I grabbed tractors for this job. I think the last time I mowed this, I did a much better job. This time's kind of horrible. Oh, come on. I locked onto that. Yeah, I like the layout of this map. It's got some very interesting field shapes, so it's not just all square things. Yeah, there's a lot of squares and rectangles for the most part. The roads are a little sketch. They're a bit too narrow for my taste. So I'm going to try to keep the equipment that I purchase off the used section to the smaller stature, nothing real super big, like, you know, the 12-meter cedars and such like that. Those would be hard to maneuver through here. The crop situation here is the standard crops. There's no additional crops like linseed or lavender or any of that type of stuff. Maybe those aren't the crops I'm looking for or thinking of. But they're all standard crops compared to like Riverbend Springs. Yeah, I mean, I just started the Pepsi tonight, so apparently I'm a lightweight. Yeah, we're at 99% done. It's not my field, so I don't have to worry about all the bits and scraps that you never have to pick up. Yeah, I got home from work about an hour ago. Yeah, actually an hour and a half ago. Alright, so those two mowing contracts are done. I mean, I could take weeding contracts, But I spent 3 in-game days doing nothing but weeding contracts, so I'm kind of burnt out on that. Let's go ahead and... Nope, still nothing in the used market. So last night I did a boo-boo. I forgot I had crop destruction turned on, and I ran over my field. As I was trying to start the mowing process on my grassland here. Oops. Okay, let's take a look. So I disconnect this guy. And Romeo. Hey, buddy. I'm going to do something here. And of course, this thing decided to freak out on me. Tools. Oh, you buy that from the market. That's right. Why is it showing me there? And why can I not move? Okay, hold tight, guys. Got to restart the game. Oh, what in the hell? Oh, there it is. Oh, for crying out loud, Shane. Yeah, I wouldn't even move with mouse and keyboard. And the game's been acting weird like that when I go into construction mode for the first time. It freezes and you can't do anything other than cycle through vehicles. And the only way to unfreeze it is to move the mouse. Sometimes, I would say about 75% of the time that works. And while I'm here, I'm going to expand my chat window so that I can see the entire chat. That is right, double A is for quitters. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop in the truck here. Let's go over to the market and grab my toolbox. Excuse me, Romeo. I don't believe I've downloaded any landscape or decoration mods that I can think of. I'd have to go back through the mod list. Normally I don't use any of those. Most of the mods that I've downloaded recently have been like production mods, tractors, farm equipment, things like that. Excuse me. Bad driving there. Don't drive while burping. Okay. Put you right there, I think. Twang, not going anywhere. I know there's a way that you can open up the developer window to see what mod is causing the conflict, but I haven't done much research in that. And the reason why I wanted the toolbox is so that I can take the duals off of my JCB. because the rear duals on that, although I need it for field work and such, it wouldn't exactly work out with the mower. Okay. Now we're going to park this in a location that is fitting for work at the front of the home. Yeah, I think this would have helped me out in mowing. Go. Let's go ahead and customize. I am going to keep the narrow tires on this. I mean, why would it cost me $1,000 to go from narrow tires to narrow twin? Or go from narrow rear twin to narrow? It's the exact same tire. But I guess, I mean, once I do it, it won't cost me anymore. So we'll go ahead and customize it. This mod, I do not believe there are any, or this map, I don't think there's any forced mods. I know there are some maps out there that have that. Yeah, this would have helped so much better on that last mowing contract. Speaking of mowing, let's see if there's any more that pop up. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I suppose I could do weeding. All of these will take like 2 minutes apiece. So let's go ahead and accept that one. Let's accept that one. Let's accept that one. And we'll go up to the store. I mean, I don't mind using this thing. You go pretty quick. I just swear I've done the entire map and keep redoing it. Okay, we'll go take care of 61 first. And just because I want to, I'm going to cross country this thing. Oh, there's a fence there. Dag blasted. Hopscotch. Cheating. There's got to be a way out of this too on this side. I got to keep the stream laughing. I mean, I thought that was classic gold there. I like. Oop, is that the way out? No. I thought that was a good one. We'll do it again. I was hoping it would have just come on, unstick. There we go. Yeah, stupid fence. But now that we're not there anymore, I guess we'll go the standard way. got a Case Puma. They're nice tractors. I really don't mind any of the tractors on this game. I mean, I grew up driving a John Deere and International, so really can't complain. Flat out at 25 degrees normally does the trick. I'll remember that for next time. Although I will say, trying to go uphill in some of these tractors is, even without implements attached, is a little daunting. Get to the road. Yep, beep beep. Took me longer to get up here than it will to do the contract. I mean, is it? The tractors are designed for off-road capabilities. I mean, it's dirt mixed with something else, you know, a stabilizing agent to make it hard. Did you see a ramp? I didn't see a ramp, so therefore no jumping. Over the river and through the woods, into the fence we go. Hey! Seven, 8, 9, finish. Finish! I know I'm dating myself here, but does anyone, or has anyone ever seen MASH? Yeah, I saw the picture on it in the mod description. I thought for a second to download it, but I was like, no, I'm going to hold off. Self-riding Puma. See, they do land on all four wheels. But tis. Cat-like reflexes. Yeah, it's called pedal to the metal for a reason. If you're not using the entire articulation, are you even using it? Saturday mornings growing up, yeah. So mine was in the evenings with the family watching MASH. Um, the first or second episode when Charles Emerson Winchester the third shows up at the unit. He's got a Korean lady cleaning his corner of the swamp, and he's trying to get her to do things like put away his laundry and such. And she's like, "Finish! You didn't make my bed. Finish! You didn't sweep the floor. Finish!" So that's where that reference comes from. I do reference TV shows a lot, movies. I'm just the database for one-liners, quoting. Fine. I wish you could damage the cars. Okay, let's go over and take care of 72, and we'll drive backwards. The wrong way down a one-way. So just turn that off. Read chat while going around a blind corner. Yeah, it's a good thing the vehicles in this game are indestructible. Otherwise, I would have been paying a ton for equipment maintenance. Yep, Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer, yep. Then there was Jenny, the red glasses lady. Mari Povich. Oh yeah, afternoons was filled with the reality drama TV stuff. Okay, the next field over. And the crops should be low enough for this to work. We'll go ahead and start on that edge. Okay, we got 1%. That is good. Yeah, very rarely do I find a contract for the hoeing that doesn't work. So how sophisticated was your antenna setup there, Bob Lee? Let's compare notes. Yep, Survivor parties. Yeah, the first couple of years. That and Lost. That was another one that I never did get into Lost. I didn't get into Survivor either. So at my house for the antenna, sometimes I played the antenna, my brother as well. We were also the remote controls. But we had the starting three programs plus PBS. No, it was just ABC, CBS, and Fox, or PBS, no Fox. That's what we had at our house growing up. Then Dad got sophisticated. He contacted a person that was able to install a motorized control to point our antenna to where we could receive Fox. So we got fancy. We had a remote controlled antenna. We had a little controller on top of our TV, and if we wanted to watch Fox, we'd walk up to it and rotate the dial, and we had it marked on the location for Fox, and we would turn it, and signal would be all staticky, and all of a sudden it would come in crystal clear. And every program that we had, ABC, CBS, and PBS, we had those locations marked on that control box as well. Come on, get around the corner, quit hitting things. We had a 40-foot tower with a 5-foot Yagi antenna and the dial in the basement, nowhere near the TV, so we had to run back and forth. Yeah. So that was probably the same setup we had. But we were lucky enough that Dad told the guy to install it and have the box sitting on top of the TV. And then when I moved out is when Dad got I think it was Dish. Might have been DirecTV, one of those two at the time. I mean, they're both still around. But he didn't get all the programming until all of us kids were out of school and off on our own. That's how lucky we were. Ah, so you live in New York. Nice. Rochester, New York, and Buffalo, New York. Yeah. Back on old analog TV. PBS on channel 21, yep. I think ours were channels 3, 4, and 10. Kelloland TV was the CBS. KELO. And I'm risking it driving beside my farm or my oat field. Yep, the Kelloland TV was out of Sioux Falls. If you can name the city, you get a cookie. Or name the state. It'll be a virtual cookie, kind of like a virtual hug, but sweeter and chocolate. This vehicle/tool is reserved for contract work. Yeah, that's one of the things that the FCC regulation required is even though you got your Spectrum, your Comcast, your Time Warner, and all those cable companies, even with satellite TVs. They require that local programming for the big four, which is your ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC, are to be received at any household at any time without the means for somebody hooking up to an expensive device, aka a receiver. So those big four all broadcast in HD digital, so they can be received in any household as long as they have the antenna, and the antenna is like $30. I mean, there's probably more expensive antennas, but the ones that I bought, I bought an RCA many years ago for doing that same thing. And you can mount it right behind your TV, and nobody would be the wiser. Yeah, the FCC regulation is something along the lines of people need to be notified when there's inclement weather heading their direction, aka tornado. Yeah, as long as you're in an area that's saturated with TV stations, then you can definitely get a lot on there, and you don't need to pay for cable or any of that. The area I live in, I could probably get mm, 6 or 8. That's just a rough guess because I haven't uh, used one of those in forever. I may get more because I live near uh, about 2 hours away from Denver currently. Alright, one more pass and we'll have this field done. Okay. Alrighty, and that was field 4 that I rented it from. So we will go ahead and collect everything but field 4.
Shane, I can't open this.
Oh, that's glued on. Ah, there we go. Yep. Alright. Fertilizing, I do not want to spend my own money on fertilizer for that. And I'm not hiring AI to do those jobs because they'll still charge you for fertilizer. If you have it set up to where they do not buy the fertilizer, then you got to buy it. So either way, you lose money. Right? Those contracts, you would break even, get a little bit of money, but I just don't want to do those right now. Okay, let's because I can. Let's increase the time speed. I've really got to get a shed for that. I mean, disco in the daylight? Anybody? Strobing power unite? Yeah, much better deal than a dish considering the price they want these days. Yeah, that is very true, and that's why people don't want to purchase Dish or DirecTV or Comcast or Time Warner or any of those. I totally agree. The price of a lot of the cable companies is expensive. But on the flip side of that, and people don't know this, um, the cable companies themselves have to pay the providers for airing their services. Say, for instance, HBO. Um, in order to do the 12, 14, 20 programs that HBO offers, there's the glitchy train. Let's just go ahead and watch that in the distance. Let's slow down some time here to 5, I guess. There's contract negotiations that HBO does with each provider, or each uh, commercial broadcaster, so your Comcast, your Time Warner, and things like that. In these negotiations, they try to come up with a reasonable sum that HBO will get, and in doing so, that provider for HBO will have to pay them X amount of dollars per year. So you'll see it every now and then that programming, say it for instance in NBC, I'm just throwing this out there, will say that due to contract negotiations, we can no longer supply the viewers this programming until the negotiation is completed, things like that. So there's a lot of money that's being tossed around to the people like HBOs in your local markets, your CBS's, ABC's, NBC's, and such, that a lot of the people don't know about. It's kind of a volatile market to begin with, doing that. So there is that behind the scenes cost that nobody gets to see. Ooh, a Mack truck. I could buy that along with my this trailer here. I mean, it's tempting, but not tempting enough. Okay, we got some more contracts that popped up. Kind of expecting all of the mowing contracts to happen. We got 1, 2 fields, and we got 3 more there, 4, 5, 7 left, I believe. So we got these 2, that one, that's 3. That one's okay, so we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fields altogether, 11. Yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and go to sleep. Wake up at 8. Yeah, the only saving grace that people like Comcast and Time Warner get is the fact that they can bundle in an internet package with your standard television programming. So that's what really keeps them up, in my opinion. Now we gotta clear these out. Oh, and I sold one. Dang it. Did not want to do that. I'm not opposed to selling right now, but I want to wait until the highest price for these. And hence the reason why I want to get a shed to throw it all in. Otherwise I'm losing out on $100 a bag here if I sell it now, and I don't want to lose out on that $100 a bag. I got like 40 bags, so that's $4 grand, and that is true that is very true. That's why the subscription numbers are down for all those types of people. Um, on the flip side of that, say you get a service or a deal with your local provider, Spectrum. That's in my area. You can get it for $50 a month with one receiver that does DVR, so you can record your programming. You can get most everything except your Paramount Plus, your Disney Plus, your things like that. So you have to weigh the cost options if you're just going to do your Hulu, your Disney, your Paramount, your Peacock Network, all of those ones, and you're going to be looking at, 10 to $15 a piece, if not more. With those subscriptions, yeah, you can get a family member that does Disney, a family member that does Paramount, and then you do the HBO Max, Prime, whatever that subscription is. So you can share the cost and still get your family members to all subscribe to all of them. So there's pros and cons to all of that. Not gonna lie, there's times where I wish I didn't have a TV in my house.
Why?
Okay, well, let's go ahead and take the mowings. That one's small, that'll be quick. Okay, that mower there. I'm just looking at something here. Do I use my mower? Okay, so that's 6.3. That one's 7.3. I think it was that guy. Because that is double the width of my mower, so the contracts will go twice as fast. Even that LO. Yeah, that's that one. Yeah, I only make $13 if I do that contract with this one, but I can use it on the other ones and be done twice as fast. And then I can set up a AI to go ahead and do all them. I'll do that wood contract as well because that one's a juicy little guy. Yeah, go get your Pepsi bubbly and come on back. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll accept that guy. And we'll do that one. Do that one. Ooh, bell wrappings. Definitely going to do both of those. And we'll accept that one. That's pretty. I like the reflection. Yeah, alrighty. Let's get this bad boy connected up. What mower is this? That's not the LO, is it? Yeah, it's the Vermeer. Okay. This is a nice mower. I wish this one would have came up in the market. But I'm going to send AI out to do all the mowing contracts. They'll be done in like an hour, hour and a half. So I shouldn't have to pay them too much. Yeah, it's actually pretty quick on its production. The storage capacity is only 15,000 liters, so you're looking at an additional 7 bags of product, or 15. Yeah, 10 bags of product because each bag is 1,500 liters. And we'll send AI out to do that. And to be honest, that is, I started saving that up in March, if I remember correctly. So that is 2 months worth of stockpile. The firewood sells for at max, it's like $460 a 1,000 liters. If I was on easy economy, then it would be, 427 at the max, and right now I'm at the valley. That's why I'm holding off on it so much. If I was on easy economy, I think it's around $1,600. But that's a good one, and it pumps through the lumber pretty quick. Okay, what was I doing? Sidetrack. Squirrel. Getting in this guy. Okay, we got a hoeing contract, field 84. That is straight north. Okay. Yeah, I have two also of the small sawmills. The one sawmill is the base game production sawmill, the one that pretty much everybody starts off with. The other sawmill that looks just like it is a mod that uses wood chips for producing lumber as well. That one, the production speed is like 5 times faster. That one's insane. Even without the addition of wood chips in that, which every now and then I will throw wood chips in there. But in order to gather the wood chips, I need the lumberjack mod turned on, so I collect wood chips on the ground, and then I'll go pick them up with my front end loader. And that takes time. That's something I usually do off stream if I think of it. Like if I were to spend an hour in the morning or something like that before work or after work, I will throw that on, chop down some trees. I'll even section them up so I gather more wood chips, and I'll load it up, and it can go through the wood chips in a month, and it's a 14,000 liter capacity for that. So that one rocks the wood chips, and definitely get a lot more product out of it. But like I say, even without the wood chips going, and you just keep it stocked up with wood, it'll eat through lumber really quick. In fact, let's, come on, get around. As soon as I get started here. I'll get on that line. And we'll just go to the wood chip production here for that one. Cycles per month 120, and it uses the exact same amount of wood. If you're using wood chips, the 82 wood chips for 41 planks. And if you go down to that one, it's the same amount of wood for anything. The cycles is 24 versus 120. So it is definitely faster. Definitely faster. Where did I go? Okay. That's one of the reasons why on my main game, and then I have another one on Riverbend Springs where I do nothing but wood contract stuff. Actually, I haven't even done a wood contract in ages. I'm technically clear cutting the map. I have a production facility set up in the southeast corner, right across the road from the grain mill museum. And I have a couple of productions that uses wood chips for their operation. Yeah, I have seen it. Making beams and planks from wood chips ain't realistic. They should have made the furniture production use wood chips. Yeah, I the way I see it is like uh, where I currently live, not too far away, is a company that produces rafters for home construction and joists and things like that. And if you take a look at those, they're made with what's called OSB, or Oriented Strand Board, which is wood chips. So I can see them making the beams and such out of wood chips. So to me, it's not that far fetched. Is it a little unrealistic? I mean, six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. You know, it's it's a plywood based product, so not plywood, but you know, it's a similar thing. It's you're basically making plywood that they will strip down, cut into strips. So that's how I justify the reason for using the mod, because it, you know, you can buy plywood, you can buy OSB anywhere, and that's what the wood chips make. Because I always thought it was weird. Yeah, you make wood chips, but I mean, there's so many other things that you can make from it. Is the game gonna have a mod where it actually says you're making plywood, sheets of plywood? I mean, they could. So there's no reason why they couldn't say that you're just making planks long and short out of wood chips. And let's go ahead and stop, and we'll go up here. And then I want to say 92 is going to be the next location. So we got 89 and 92. Go ahead and create the job, see if we can get it to go over there without wrecking anything. Yeah, it does. What the worst product is, in my opinion, for any of the types of plywoods that uses small particles is the MDF board. Uh, Medium density fiberboard is what the acronym stands for. And you get any sort of water on that, and it turns to mush. I mean, it's not overnight that it turns to mush, but it that is what your furniture is made out of. Your build it yourself cabinetry and stuff like that, entertainment centers, bookshelves. That is your MDF. But yeah, as furniture production, yeah, I could see using the wood chips easily. Yeah, your IKEA furniture, your solder, your Better Homes and Gardens, your, you know, any of the stuff that you buy at Walmart, your big box uh, stores, not the big box stores like, you know, Home Depot, but you know your your Walmart, your Costco, your Sam's Club, you know, those types of places. IKEA. Don't get me started on IKEA. That stuff's horrible. I hate IKEA. So if anybody ever wants to locate the sawmill on the map, it is this location here. Since we are beside it, we are just there, 84 in the eastern central part of the map, between the road between 84 and 85. So that's your sawmill. Yeah, that is true there, Crofter. Plywood is not wood chips. I just say plywood because some people look at you funny when you say OSB. They're just like, "What's that?" So plywood is kind of a lazy man's term for that. But yeah, uh, plywood is actually made from strips of hardwoods or softwoods. Your pine, your fir, your spruce, and they laminate it together, press it down, and heat it up so that the glue dries, and that way you get your 23-30 second thickness.
I'm done.
Looks nice. But it's the same concept as OSB. It really is. Yeah, Yankee things. We are Yankees. We are definitely Yankees over here. Okay. So my contract's done. And that was hoeing on 84. And then I gotta remember mowing on 95. I cannot get rid of that one. Because that is my mower that I'm using. And is there any more of those contracts? Nope, there's not. There is the bell wrapping, which I am definitely gonna do. I'm taking the $6,000 one as my borrowed equipment, and I'll accept that one. And did we look in the Mack truck? Okay. I just couldn't remember if we looked in the sell page today. Looking for the elusive harvester. And I do have a wish list item, group of items that I would like to see come up. One of them is this rotary hoe. One of them is that coon bale wrapper. I do need a planter if I want to do any corn production stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and park this right here. Just get it out of the way. Oh, wow. No clipping. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with chipboard. Still the same. Oh, I was going to say, are you stuck? But he's not. These tractors just drive me nuts. Where's the engine at? Your differential is behind the tires along with the hydraulic pump. Underneath your cab is your transmission. Where's the motor? Anyway. Rabbits, squirrel, come get Shane. He has lost his marbles. Okay, so we need 88 and 97. Okay, so we will not be mowing that one, which is fine. I'll just go straight up the road. Drive through this field that got limed back in like December that the farmer has yet to take care of. Oh yeah, pedal powered. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. Next intersection. They're a Flintstone mobile, except their feet don't touch the ground, so they don't get their shoes dirty. Oh, it's a Bluetooth engine. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Bluetooth, yeah. Yeah, that works really well. And then take a left here. And it's the field on the right. How many of you guys have seen bale launching? Let's see if I can get set up for this. Okay, so let's work a little forward, stop, turn on auto drop, and poop. Bale launching 101. Bet you guys didn't know you could do that. Maybe you did. If you haven't, you saw it here first. And boop. Yeah, the fun people have learning these little tricks. Doink. I know it is. Now, if it was my set of bills, I would not be launching them. Oh, good lord, this thing's gutless. It's probably all the 75 horsies. And this should be the last bell. Yeah. If I could do a lot of things in real life, that would be awesome. Contract's done for that one. And 88 or 89 I needed to go to. 88. Yeah, there I was looking at the wrong identifier for tractors. Across the river. Across the river, Shane. Across the river. This road. See if we can get at least one perfect spiral. There it goes. Took a little bit to correct itself. Bye, Nacho. You're gonna make some truffles. Chat with you guys later. Sorry I missed that. Enjoy your truffles, whatever you're making with them. So this is one of the pieces of equipment that I have never run in real life. We didn't do bale wrapping. For our silage we used corn. And all of the people around me used corn. The grass bales we converted to hay. And I know people use alfalfa for silage and grass for silage. That's, you know, just not the area I grew up in. We were a big corn production, so that's where our silage came from. Oh, it almost got stuck in a tree. if that one went very far. Yeah, about half the distance of the other one. Yeah, alfalfa is another hay. Um, like I said, a lot of it depends on the location that you live in. We had alfalfa, but when we harvested it, we called it alfalfa. Uh, so the farmers that wanted alfalfa for their bales, they could get that. If they wanted hay bales, it was grass. So we had a little bit of a separation between the two. And alfalfa, if you overfeed your cattle with it, the cattle will tend to have get their stomachs to bloat, which isn't good. So you've got to use it sparingly, from what I remember. That's why grassland is more profitable when it comes to making hay. Forget the 50 cal, 250 millimeter battle cannon, yeah. I would love to fire either one of those in real life. He shoots, he scores! Yeah, cane grass, yeah. We did cane as well for silage. I forgot about cane. Tall crap. I mean, around my location, I don't know about yours, but it was 8 to 10 feet tall. When we got it to grow. Take out the Panzer from 100 yards. Or Tiger. Okay, I think we got about this bale and one more. The last time I did a bale wrapping contract, I actually got it on video where I searched and searched and searched for the bale, and it actually rolled its happy little self down into the creek. Okay, let's go ahead and so we need to go to field 89, which is right there. And we'll wait for this guy to stop doing loop-de-loops. Create job, and we'll set him up over here, see if he can actually get there. Let's do it again, actually in the field and not on the road. Yeah, you were probably folding up the equipment. I should have waited a hot second. But knowing them, they would have got stuck in the river turning around. Okay, let's go ahead and select that guy. Create job again. Come on over. And enter vehicle. Yeah, not alfalfa isn't very common in UK or Ireland. Yeah, it needs a lot of heat and takes longer to grow. Usually, only get 2 good cuts off of alfalfa, whereas cane is 3 something, 4 depending. Yeah, I only remember my dad planting a large field of cane once, um, and then we didn't do normal. Or did he? Yeah, he might have used some of it for silage, but we ended up taking a lot of it down and then using a front end loader and loaded it into a loose bell trailer, which is just a large frame with chains running up and down the length of it, and we just packed that thing tight and drove that to the whatever pasture the cattle were in and just let the cows munch on that. Oh, for goodness gracious, people, learn how to drive. Did I remember that the location? I sure hope I did. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to pass up a $7,000 contract for wood transport. Okay, bill wrapping. It was the $6,000 one. Then I wanted a key, or $2,000 one. Okay, so collect that guy. Field 4, we got to keep that. 95 we got to keep, so we can get rid of that one. Okay. Just check the market. Yeah, we're on 5-speed, which is fine. Yeah, and our location for alfalfa was generally 2 cuts as well. It would get warm, and I know when my dad was doing alfalfa, yeah, we used the cuttings for the making bales. But the main purpose that Dad did that was for seeds. So him and one of his buddies had an operation for making alfalfa seeds for other farmers to plant. And the seeds themselves are a curlicue looking thing, if you've ever seen them. And they had a cleaning operation set up in a guy's shed. Slow process. And we did that alfalfa for somewhere between 3 and 5 years. I think it was 3 years. And when we were all done with the alfalfa, I was the lucky one that had to go and plow that field. Twice. Opposite directions. with I think it was either a 4 or 5. I think it was a 5 bottom plow. That was a long day, and there was like 40 acres of alfalfa field that I had to plow up. I did it one direction on the first go around, like north to south, and then the second pass, I shifted directions about 30 degrees and did that all in the next plowing. Oh God, the bouncing, that was horrible. Seed farmer, cool. Yeah, there was a horse hay farmer down the road from us who used to supply the co-op with most of the alfalfa seeds in our area until the big corps started supplying everywhere. Yeah. Uh, my dad, our family farm that we had was about 1,000 acres. I'm not sure what that, if you use hectares or not. I know there's you go to your calculator app on your phone, you can, no, it'd be Google. Calculator app doesn't do that. But yeah, we were around the area. We were kind of like an average size, maybe on the low. So we did spring wheat, winter wheat, oats, corn. For a few years, we did soybeans. We did a lot of sorghum, which you see in the game. We called it Milo. That name is interchangeable between them. And then in the summertime, we would go through and any of the headlands that was grass, we would mow that down with a sickle bar mower. Did a lot of that. And my uncle that lived, 4 miles away from us, dirt roads, he had the cattle operation along with about 1,500 acres. And if I wasn't on Dad's farm doing something, I was on his farm doing the other something. And then when my brother and I got to like around the age of 14 to 16, we were the literal people would call us for contract work for working cattle generally, or they had field work that they couldn't attend to, or they're going on vacation and needed somebody to look after their livestock for a week. So I've mucked stalls, I've collected chicken eggs, I've taken care of cattle. You name it, I've pretty much done it on the farm. One of the few that when your dad knows people and you're getting ready to go custom harvesting and you need CDL licenses for driving your semis, and the kids are not of age to have a CDL license, he made a call. Yeah, we were technically underage for obtaining the CDL license, and we still got them. And in the United States, for most CDL operation, you need to be at least 18 years of age. Yeah, my brother and I were 17 when we got our CDLs. Yeah, 17. We were 1 year shy of the 18 mark. And yeah, when Dad played poker with the lieutenant governor of the state, we had special waivers that the lieutenant governor personally signed for us, so we can get our CDLs. I think that's all of the lumber I need to pick up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could say that. It's always an interesting story when I get to tell it in person because it's just funny. And our our community that we grew up in was a farming community and ranching community. Even our high school classmates were, uh, let's just say, awestruck that we were able to get the CDLs before they could. Okay, where do I need to go? Oh, I gotta go over to my firewood production. Alright, so across the way. No! It's a good thing this thing has 6-wheel drive. Come on, turn, you burly thing. Yep. Same here, Bobley. 10 to 12 years of age, driving pickups up and down the road, country roads, nobody batted an eye at you. Nobody batted an eye. Okay. Collection box is high enough. Let's see if I can get this one to go in. Nope. There we go, that contract's done. And got another hoeing contract. That's right across the way from us. We'll go ahead and take that one. And I gotta find the hoe. Oh, where did my hoe go? I know this isn't the hoe, but I'm getting it out of the field for now. Yeah, a lot of the farmers in this map don't care about their fields. So just leave that right there. There ain't no hoe there. Okay, there it is. We gotta go to field 7. start unfolding. I think I did field 8 back in April. Yeah, we had summer times off, so we would get out of school in May and wouldn't show back up until the end of August. Uh, but even then, you know, get home from school. Yeah, we didn't have homework, which is a godsend. And once we got home, we were usually in the field doing something or playing outside. Summertime was reserved, and the weekends were reserved for working on the farm for plowing, disking, cultivating, that type of stuff, and did a lot of making new cattle chutes for my uncle slash cousin and a few neighbors. So taking railroad ties and putting them into the ground. Welcome back, Nacho. Setting up planks so that we can have the chutes for cattle, for working cattle. Did a lot of springtime cattle work on the weekends. When you can sit there and throw a 450-pound calf on its side with the lick of a finger, just flick and it's down on the ground, while the adults sat there and talked smack to you guys, the kids, which was my brother and me, telling us to work faster, and we're actually dropping cattle faster than they can vaccinate. The good old days when I was nimble and didn't hurt so much. Glad this hoe is taking care of these medium weeds. Smoked salmon. I'm jealous. Although if I ever get the money saved up for a brisket, you're going to see a smoked brisket in the Discord. Or pork shoulders. Or spare ribs. That'll make some people jealous. Speaking of fish, I haven't had sushi in a while. Kind of hungry for that now. That and I need to fry up some catfish. If Cajun was here, he'd probably be saying, hell yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and collect on that hoeing contract, which was 7. We'll keep the mower going because I rented that one, or borrowed. We'll keep the bell wrapper because that's the one I borrowed on as well. Wood transport, don't care about. Okay, we'll just check on Zeal production, 4,000. This chunk of wood here ought to drop in, but it's not. So we'll take it just below the notch. Actually, I want to do something different here. There we go. You can't tell me this is that much. Good grief. I swear this game sometimes does not want to work properly. And we got 92. It can use another 17,000. So we'll go ahead and take this guy down. Yeah, I've never had croc. Catfish is, I guess you could classify it as a whitefish. They call it a bottom feeder, but it really isn't. It eats the snails and mussels and worms that float along the bottom of the rivers around here, around my hometown, not around the location I live in. It definitely has a distinct flavor profile. But I grew up on it and I love that fish. Walleye, that is a distinctive white fish. That one's very good. I prefer fresh caught versus farm raised fish, as I'm sure most other people do as well. Okay, so my firewood can use a big chunk of this. Take that over. There we go, we're up to 11. Maybe I'll take that tree down, maybe I won't. I don't know. Okay. 12-1. Come on, grab you. Put you over here. We're up to 12.4. This might be small enough for the lumber or firewood. Okay, there we go. See if it takes. Yep. Okay, we're up to 109,998. Alright, productions are loaded up. Nothing in the sell page. Let's go ahead and bump time up. Don't want to go too fast. I still have that mowing contract that needs to complete. All right. Bale storage. I don't need bale storage. I want pellet. Bale or pallet storage. Okay. What's it overlapping with? Oh, that sign back there. Small shed with bale and pellet. Let's just put this guy in. I didn't want to spend $57,000 on a pellet storage. I think this one will suit my needs for the firewood because that's really all my pallets I got. Okay. No! Sell it. Yes. Okay, so I guess we'll flatten out the ground here. I didn't want to see it sink in like that. Good grief. Okay. That was nuts. Where'd my son go? And it was this guy here. I didn't realize time was going up that fast. Nothing in the market. I guess I can wait till tomorrow. Now, a smart person, if they're using this this type of swather, would set their tractor up to where it's not running in the grass the entire time, because you can swap it from left to right. smart person would do that. The AI is not that smart. And I don't necessarily want to take over the contract for him right now. Considering he's 8% from being done. We'll see what happens in the morning. Yeah, that's not going to be so bad for that ramp up there. Although I do need to do a little something here. Just move these two items out of the way. And of course you get into it and it decides to turn off. I don't need that. I don't need that. Definitely don't want to do spinach. And this is a Convial Flex 13.8, so you're looking at a 42-foot header. Don't need that. I've already got a header over yonder. So let's go back to what we were doing before. There we go. Yeah, I kind of bumped that up a little bit there. That's fine. Okay, that's going to work out pretty good for our firewood storage. Oh. I forgot to look for... I always do this too. Customize. Color. So let's take I just wish it had solar panels on it. And we'll flatten it out just a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with it. I can live with that. I may fix it off stream. I don't know yet. But the long journey of moving all this stuff, and I can't remember if my trailer here will accept pallets or if it's just for bales. I really don't want to super strength everything over there. We will find out in a heartbeat if it does pallets. Okay. Works for me. And then we'll see if it'll unload here. Okay, I think it's you for unload left. Shift I. There we go. Universal auto loader for the win. And get you caught up. Oh, dang it. Oh, well. I mean, that's a little bit of income, I guess. I didn't want to sell them right now, but I was like, where the heck are they going? Into the sell point. That's where they're going. Shift I. And look at them all lined up in there. Nice. Let's go ahead and leave this guy here. And we'll check out the contracts. Got another hoeing, another weeding. That one's not too. In fact, my weeder, or is that the bell wrapper? That's the bell wrapper. I'll go ahead and get these two contracts done. And we'll get that one. I was hoping that one didn't have collisions on it. So where that bell wrapper is, I'm going to leave the tractor and wrapper there, and I'm just going to weed around it, and hopefully I don't have to move it. So it's going to be the last spot that I go to. last field on the right. Okay. Part of me is thinking that after this contract, we speed up time. And end the month of May. And the reason why I'm speeding up time is so that we can get the sell page to reload. Because there are a couple items in here. This one was from yesterday. These two are new. Still looking for the elusive harvester. And I need that for the month of July. Because that is when my oats are ready for harvest. I've only got the two fields, one is grass and one is oats. I do need to check the fermenting silo to see how well my 75,000 liters of silage is going. I did use a silage additive as part of the add-on customization for that Crone baler. So I need to check to see how much was it's fermented to. And I am on hard economy, so I believe it takes 3 months for everything to fully ferment. But I'm not sure if the fermenting silos ferment faster than bales or not. Yeah. I know it's contract work. Great demand at Castle Nod. No, thank you. So I could sell some firewood for 354. See, Castle Nod is the train, so that's why it's no thank you. Let's just check. For silage, I mean, we're at the top, but I have stuff in the fermenting silo. I mean, silage, really doesn't fluctuate, $4 throughout the course of the year, so it doesn't matter when you sell it. I need to check that out for. Okay, 4 I cannot do. 51 I will do because I was just in there. Mowing was 95, so 89 can be completed. That one can be completed. Bale wrapping. Got my hopes up. When I saw Class Arion, I was thinking the Evian. So we're just going to go ahead and collect on those 3 contracts. Puts us up to 258,000. And we'll speed up some time until about 5 p.m., 6 p.m., somewhere in there. New Holland Pro Bell 165. That is a round baler. I should know because I own one of them on my Riverbend Springs game. That's a good starting baler. It'll do everything that you want. The 125, 150 centimeter bells. Uh, I've got hundreds and hundreds of bells through that thing. So yeah, it's just above the go wheel, go veil, however you pronounce that. great. It's a great starting baler. It really is. I mean, all of them, they're all relatively the same price. So that's to me that's a niche baler. I wouldn't use it. That's a niche baler for poplar. That one you can put loose items in to wrap them and then do it for silage. That's only 125 centimeter bales, but it wraps as well. Yeah, that's to me that's a great baler. I mean, they're all within $5,000 of each other. I just would not go with that one. That one's smallest baler out there for round bales. I wouldn't do that one. Okay. So let's go ahead and I guess I check there. I don't own the trailer for the Palfinger forklift. Yes, I think we're about done for the month. The hoeing can go hoe away. It can go hoe somewhere else. I can't remember if I fed Romeo this morning, but I'll feed him again. We'll check the two productions to see if they're... I think we can go a little ways on these. Yeah, I better clear this one out. I could sell these this month, but as you can see, I've got 258,000. I'm not hurting on cash, so that's no big deal. While I'm waiting for that to reload, I'm going to go ahead and bring these ones over just to stockpile them all in the same location. Because I'm goofy like that. And there's the long planks. Long planks. Those tiny little long planks. Da, 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 da. Set up because the month of June I don't have anything going on other than contracts, so I can definitely sell stuff then. And I want to say that production's 11.3. This one, see how fast this drops down? I just filled it up the day before and we're already down to 6,000. So I will let that one go until June. I'm just checking this guy at 9,000. Oh, while I was over there, I wanted to look at the fermenting silo. Actually, I can just go on the map here, my productions. Forgot about that. I've got 77,000 liters of silage, and it was done in... because I harvested that on May 1st. So I gained 2,000, about 2,500 liters of silage using the silage additive, and I put in right at 75,000 liters of grass. So yeah, that works out really well. That works out really well. And for giggles, I want to see how many pallets of firewood I have over here. We've got 43 sitting in storage. So, just want to do some quick math here. 43 times, yeah, if we sell it for 400 a bundle, we're looking at 17,000 bucks right there in firewood, just in storage. So, yeah, let's go ahead and we'll skip to the month of June. $541 for production costs. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this. We're down to 3,000. I need to get a 10,000 liter piece of wood. And we've got, you know, $30,000 sitting here in lumber. That's good. And that one's got a long ways to go and a long time to get there. And I wonder if my trailer will pick all those up. I'm pretty sure they will. Okay, nothing in the sell page. Contracts, we can do a mowing contract. And that's 3,000 bucks right there for that hoe. Baling. Okay. See, this is what drives me nuts. That's not a grass field, and neither is that. I want to use this guy. So we're going to borrow the items. And since they're both round bales, this one I will accept the contract. And I'm going to go ahead and accept this one as well. And I'll send the JCB up there to do that. Because that is, I mean, it's going to cost us, you know, a couple $100 for the worker to do that job. Where's my JCB at? There it is. It's already got the mower on there. I do want to drive it up there because that's less money out of my pocket. And we'll cab view this guy. It's kind of a neat looking cab. I mean, they're all anymore pretty standard. Joystick on the right, steering wheel in the center, a little display panel. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Snappy on its turning response. I do like that. Haven't driven this guy too much. Turn before the river. If memory serves me correctly, yep. gotta go straight south and straight north. Okay. This is the first time I've ever used this self-contained baler unit. So let's get a little cab view going on. Okay, I mean, a jump seat is kind of standard anymore. Can't see nothing but equipment behind us. Alright. Not too bad. Not too bad. And turn there. Here's our field. So, we want to turn on the baler. Up, turn on automatic drop. Is there a size change on this? I mean, I already put it at 125, so I personally don't care. It's not mine. We'll leave it at 125s and let the owner deal with the bales afterwards. I want to see if I picked all that up. Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm going to try to do most of the baling from inside the cab just because. Oh, this thing actually turns on at 90 degree. Alright. I'm digging it. Come on. There's 100%. Okay. Automatic drop should be going. Yep. Locked in. I heard the hydraulics go. So then what I want to know is what field this was. What was in this field? Oops. Oh no. Fishtailing. We hydroplaned. Doing this thing. Okay, it was boats. How much did I miss up there? Yeah, just a little tiny bit. You leave more than that, just I'm into the contract. Why the AI NPCs bale the crops early is beyond me. Let's see if we can pick up both of these. Yeah, yep, we are. Yes, I do have the mod for extended pickup for balers. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, okay, look at the shuttle shift on this thing. It actually moves forward and backwards. That's nice. Zippy turn. This is actually pretty nice driving this thing in just the cab. And there was the spot I missed, and like I said, you leave a lot more than that on end of a contract. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. This and I will back up just a little bit. There's the end of it. Okay, we're locked and loaded. I wonder if the digital display changes on that. I need to watch that. See if it tells you when it's open and closed. Be cool if it did. Hey, how about that? But we're baling straw. Okay. Nope, the display doesn't change at all, which is kind of a bummer. But we are closed. I was hoping it would, because that would have been cool if it did. $200 wage payment? No! I plucked all that? Yeah, I did. Come on. That little bit more. Okay, locked and loaded. And to me, the harvester that did this was small, because the straw swath is small. If it was in like a John Deere X9-1100, hey, we completed everything. Didn't have to go out after all this stuff. The straw swath would have been a lot bigger. Alright, so let's go ahead and shut that off, and let's go ahead and I thought, let's turn that back on. So I've got 3,400 liters in here. I'm looking for turn off automatic drop. There we go. Unload. But I'm going to be greedy here. because the way the contracts work for this, any straw left in a baler, or any grass or any hay. Okay, I gotta go take the first one. If you complete the contract and leave whatever remnants in the baler, and that includes a square baler, by not unloading the bales, you're able to keep those bales. I've done it many times on my other games. So just those that are watching that wanted to learn a little something about baling, that's your little something about baling. I was going to unload that bale for them, but I have plans for this bale. I have plans for the straw that I'm going to be doing on my oat field as well. Red car can stop. I do not care. So yeah, if you're collecting the bales yourself for other purposes, say for bedding for cattle or TMR, things like that, you can keep the straw bales or the grass bales or the hay bales in the baler and collect. You would complete the contract and as long as you own the baler itself, you can save the bales. Alright, let's get back in here. Let's go down to the end because I don't like starting in the middle. We will turn the machine on. Contract 73% done. And is there other contracts we can work on as well? Oh, we got a harvesting. I'm not doing it. Hoeing, more spraying, wood transport. That was a good wood no, that was. I thought it said 6,000. But no, it's 2,800. 8, 9. Scoots, a little bit more. Okay. Locked and loaded. Yeah, put that bale out in the middle of nowhere, that's fine. I love the leaning. Looks amazing on camera, I bet. Slow down, turn. Slow down. Turn. I noticed this bell buzzer doesn't go on until about 92, 93%. Should be locked and loaded. The next time I'm going to watch when it hits 80%, I'm going to slow down. Other balers, it beeps at you around 85% that I have found. And I've operated a few different balers. That's where like my coon baler would go off. Yep, 92%. A little bit more, okay. Locked and loaded. Yeah, my first season of doing harvesting contracts, I ran into a lot of root vegetables, your beets and carrots, parsnips. I did those out of not out of spite or curiosity, but because I got the Ropa Tiger S or Tiger 6 harvester, and that's the only reason why I took those contracts. Any green bean, peas, spinach, I'm not going to touch it all this season. I'm not even going to do the vegetable ones this season. They're too time consuming. I spent like 2 in-game days just doing those contracts, and you're kind of devoted to doing them. Can't really do anything else. Done with this baling contract, I'll take a look at the map and see what they got for the vegetables. And I'm sure there's a lot, because the one harvesting contract that's up right now is the spinach. Yeah, I can make money doing that, but it's just a grind. 4 meter working with on a harvester is just not appealing to me right now. Oops, misjudged the turn back. Back that up a little bit. And even though I don't have a notification saying that the baler's open or closed, I'm listening to the sound of the hydraulics and what the machine makes for the cycle. So yes, I can hear the machine open, and when the beeping stops, the bale is unloaded, and then I can hear the machine close from the cylinder cycling, and the clanking of when it's completely closed. So right there, the bell is just ejected and closed. So the next time a bell comes up, I'm going to toggle the hat on my controller to where I will show the overhead view real quick, and then I'll shut my eyes and tell you when the thing is cycling. It's opening up. And bell kicked out and locked. I'm sure you're all impressed at that. I wouldn't be. We go the down and backs, and we're at 56% completed on the contract. Now just don't make me shut my eyes and drive and try to pick up the stuff. That's not going to happen. After operating round balers for such a long time on my other playthrough, where you're doing, you know, well over 100 bells per mowing cycle on grass, I recently switched to a square baler for it, and oh my gosh, the time I saved doing that. Even for I was making silage bales. When it's all said and done, I think I will have about 1 hour total for 130 some bales, versus the last time I did it, and that's just for the baling, where doing the round baler you got to stop and you got to wait the 10-15 seconds for the bale to eject, and you got to back up and things like that. Yeah, I'm not going back to round bales again. For a round baler, this thing's actually pretty cool. I don't know if it's a couple $100,000 cool. You remember what we were talking about, you know, maybe half an hour ago? How Kloss Tractor came up in the screen for the sell page? We got the final piece of the puzzle, folks. We got the final piece. There's no options. It's got Continentals or Wertsteins. We'll just keep it at that. Can't change anything else. But for what we want to do, 127,000. I just want to go up here. Yes, it's this guy right here. Yes, it's got, you know, 258 horsepower. If we access it, it can use an 18-foot head. A little smaller than I want because I've got 25-foot headers on the already purchased. And this is a Diamond 8, which is a 6 meter. I own the case 25 foot, and that's 7.5 versus 6.2, so it's a little bit bigger. And then I own this guy here, the 4408, which is 6 meter, 6 meter. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to customize. Let's buy this. I am extremely happy now. I really don't need a round baler. Because at this point in the game, contract work is actually going to start slowing down. Next season, when we roll into March and start the planting time frame, things are gonna change. Even on my farm, I've already got the preparations going for an upcoming project, which will be worked on the next stream. That $130,000 is going to come in nice and handy. So yeah, got these last two rows I'm going to finish up here. And yep. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off, turn that off. Let's open up the map. Let's just jet over to the road. It's over here. And I'm going to take this baler back to the farm. And I'll show you all why here in a second. So just as a note, we were in field, let's see, where were we at? We just got done with field 101, I believe it was. Let's go down to the contracts. We do have another baling contract, and that is a round baler as well. We can do that one. So yeah, we're going to do that in the next stream. Hoeing, yeah, not worried about that. Harvesting, these are all spinach. I am not interested in doing spinach. I am not interested in fertilizing. We will take this baling contract. And 101, we can collect on that. I hope I'm doing this the right way. If not, I may have to buy that round baler. But we'll get this back to the farm, and then I will show you all what I was talking about saving bales. I should have wrote down the contract I took the baler on. I wish they told you in the contract the equipment that was borrowed, if you borrowed it from a certain contract. But as far as I know, they don't. Is that one we can do? That was my fault, but I thought I did the initial field that I collected the baler on first. Yeah, I've got a notepad that I keep in front of my desk for doing things like this. Or on my desk, not in front, on my desk, in front of my keyboard. Alright, so now that we got the bale over here, we're going to set it up. Yeah, we'll just do it right here, I guess. And God, I wish. Oh, lease cost right there. So, okay, it does. So 101 is the field that we leased on for the items. Okay, so it does. Cool, 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 cool. Learned something new. Okay, so 37. Now we're going to go ahead and collect on that. And the baler should be there. And I'm just going to try this. Let's turn the baler on. So we turned off automatic drop. Let's go ahead and unload the unfinished bale. Okay, went into storage. And we'll go ahead and we'll turn that off. And when we end up collecting on the remaining contracts, we're going to see if that bale stays in there. If I would have done it correctly the first time, I would have collected the contract from the other field, 35 or whatever it was, and then came over here, dumped out the bale. If I would have just remembered which one had the lease on it, then I would have had 2 partial bales collected. We'll go ahead and collect on this because that was our mower that we used. So yeah, we got the baling. We finally got the final piece of the puzzle. We've got a couple of hoeing contracts we can do. Those are actually, that one's good money. Don't know if I'll get to those off a stream or not, just like the other baling contract. Excuse me. It is round bales, so that is great for us. It's a round bale type. We do have the square baler, and the square balers are so much nicer because you can actually collect 3 bales, 2 full bales and 1 partial, if you do it correctly. And since we own the baler, then we can, every field that we bale on, you can collect all of those items if it's a square bale. And yes, I have done that trick before. As long as the baler you own, it works a lot easier. Let's go ahead and shut that off. But yeah, that's a neat little baler. We got a storage shed full of firewood, and we're starting our bale collection for straw for an upcoming project that, just to give you a little tip here, Field 19 was bought at the end of last stream. We're doing something with that field on the next stream, just to keep you all enticed to show up again. The plans are in the works. Like I said, we got $134,000 for doing contracts. I'll try to come in and do a few more contracts to get them knocked out of the way. The baling, for sure, we'll get that one done. The weeding, hoeing ones, those are going to be simple. I'll get those knocked out in the stream. In the game, I'll jump in tomorrow morning, because those will take, that's a 10-minute job. That's, 5-minute job. Longest part is driving over there to do them. This guy, that's on the southwest corner of the map. Take a little bit of time. But yeah, we'll get those done. And just standing in here in front of our very first purchase, the Fent 724. So yes, I just want to thank you all again for joining the stream. Remember to hit that like and subscribe buttons. I do appreciate that. I am a very new streamer, just trying to gain some traction, enjoying Farming Simulator 25, and hanging out with you all wonderful folks. So with that, I will catch you all later. Bye.